Welcome back. You're still watching Good Morning in Namibia. Now, Miss NGO is a beauty pageant that promotes beauty with a charitable heart. The pageant was held in the capital over the weekend, and the winner was announced. And we're joined here in studio by none other than Quintina Tjizumaue, who is Miss NGO 2024, and she's here to share what this moment means to her and, of course, what the year ahead holds for her. Quintina, very good morning. Welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel incredibly honored.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited.
Awesome stuff. Of course, a year ahead as Miss NGO 2024. We'll get into the details of that before, but let's just reflect on Friday night. How was it overall?
Friday night was hectic, but it was also fun, and it was also overwhelming in the sense of the support coming from all around my family, my friends, and it was great.
Very much. I can imagine. You guys had weeks, if not months, of work, of course, that has gone into this. You've had workshops, you've had community work that you've done, and then you appeared in front of this very esteemed judging panel comprising of current and former Miss Namibias, Miss Earths, etc. How was the overall experience? How would you sum it up, the overall experience?
The overall experience, I'll sum it up as changeable. Like, it changed me in so many ways that I wouldn't even know. The opportunities that I got from it and what I've learned from it is something that I'll take for me for a lifetime.
Absolutely. What does charity mean to you, and why did you decide to form part of Miss NGO?
The reason that I decided to form part of Miss NGO, well, the main thing that intrigued me was the motto, which is beauty with a purpose. So being beautifully purposeful and purposely beautiful was something that I wanted to embody. So I believe charities are really important to help the community better.
Fantastic stuff. What does the reign of Quintina look like? What are some of the plans, some of the projects that you would like to implement? And what really speaks to you when it comes to social issues here?
Well, mostly I'll be focusing on the social issues that I'm passionate about, which is advocating for mental health and just trying to break the stigma revolving and around mental health. And also my roles as NGO Namibia is to go into the youth and talk about sexual education and to educate the youth on making informed decisions. And I would also like to deep into other social issues in Namibia that I also believe is important. So just to be able to touch on them, like gender-based violence and all the other social issues.
Very much indeed. I'm so happy that you're looking at a number of social issues, and mental health being at the very top of that. When it comes to the type of project, obviously you still have to chart out, and iron out the finer details, etc. But who do you think, who would you like to work with? In what areas of mental health would you like to work with, etc.?
I'd love to touch on most areas of mental health. I wouldn't want to focus on one specifically and overlook the others. I want it to be more of a thing of creating spaces where we can openly talk about mental health and mental health issues. So probably working with psychologists, therapists, and other charities that is themed and for mental health.
What do you think are some of the biggest barriers right now when it comes to issues of mental health? You've spoken about, doing away with the stigma around mental health, etc., which I think, is perhaps one of the biggest issues. If you mention it, how do we break down the stigma around mental health, especially as Black people, where we don't talk about some of these things, where you don't seek professional help when you're having mental health issues, etc. How do we start the conversation?
I believe we need to put ourselves in situations and create spaces where we can openly and comfortably talk about the situations, about mental health, everything about it, because some people have this other stereotypes revolving around mental health. So not only informing the people, but helping them make precise decisions also. I
can see why you're crowned Miss NGO 2024. It's very clear now. Obviously, there are also a lot of challenges when it comes to advocacy work. Number one, it takes a lot of energy and a lot of resources, number one. What have been some of the challenges that you've personally experienced? You've also had sort of like a bridging course, so to say, through Miss NGO, where you guys went out into the communities and you did some work in the communities, etc. Talk to us about that as well,
I'd say one of the first challenges that came to me was to find the balance between school and doing everything. But the more I did it, the more I become adaptable to it. And that experience was truly awesome and it was really fun. We went to Oshitazu guest house. We went for a 4-day extensive training. We would just learn about sexual education and how to educate our youth on that. And at the end of it, we became certified champion coaches, which is something not only me, but the rest of the finalists can take for the rest of our lives.
Absolutely. What is your advice to any young girl watching this interview right now and says, I want to be like Quintina one day when I grow up? And also just, really placing the spotlight when it comes to charity work. I think in Namibia, we are not doing enough charity work here.
I'd say the most important thing to do is to find passion within the community. Find something that you're passionate about and that you believe that's lacking in the community, and go for it straightforward. And you shouldn't be too scared to take up new challenges and be able to be adaptable, not only to change, but to the environment you're put in.
Fantastic stuff. You mentioned, of course, striking the balance between your work and school has been quite difficult, which prompts the question, who is Quintina outside of Miss NGO?
Well, Quintina is 10 years old, born and raised in the beautiful harbor of Walfish Bay, a first-year student at the Namibian University of Science and Technology, studying marketing. Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. And who would you say are some of your biggest influences? In studio right now, we have your mom, we have your sister as well in studio. You have such a beautiful support system. Talk to us about that and perhaps some of the biggest influences in your life as well.
I'd say the biggest influences in my life is basically my whole family. Yeah. My mom, my sister, my dad, my grandmother, the aunties, the cousins, everybody's just been supporting me, and I've been really grateful for all of that.
And I'm sure you were showered with love over this weekend.
So much love, so much love, and I'm so grateful for that.
Fantastic stuff. Of course, a year from now, when we come back here on this very platform and reflect on your reign, what would you like your reign to look like?
I'd like my reign to be meaningful. I'd like for people to see me and see she made a difference. And I'd also like to feel that myself. I'd like to break any pressure I have on myself, because sometimes I believe like I'm not doing enough. So I hope through this reign, I'll be able to satisfy that need and do everything that I set my mind and heart to.
Fantastic. I wanted you to look into that camera and speak to the Namibian nation and give them your concluding sentiments as far as your commitment to the work of Miss NGO and also the support that you require from the nation in executing this work.
Hi everyone, Quintina Tjizumaue. First of all, I'm grateful for all the support that I've been getting throughout the nation, and I hope this reign will only be more impactful to us. And I hope you'll support me with my charities and everything that I need to do. And if there's anyone out there that has a dream and is passionate about something, I hope you see me and you want to go for that. And also one more thing, today's my dad's birthday. So happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday to Papa, wherever he is. Please go bake him a cake.
Okay, I'll try to.
Congratulations once again. Pleasure having you here.